so let's talk more about groundwater flow,
that it can
and
become
more
a
specifically
regional issue.
how humans
This is one of the most
can
famous
change the flow of
aquifers in the
groundwater.
world. Is
In the way
world
in
and
which we
the
do
United-
this
especially the
most
United
often
States is called
is
the
that we
Ogallala aquifer,
drill a well,
and as we can
down
see in
into
some
the
places
zone of
it's
the
almost
groundwater.
parts of it are almost
And this
as
well
big as
is
the entire state of
intentionally
Nebraska.
It's
divided
intentionally
into three parts: a
designed
northern, a
to
central, and a southern
provide
part.
a
And of
freshwater
course, some of these
resource for
areas
whatever
here,
needs to happen here at the
such as
surface of the
Oklahoma
earth.
and Texas, are drier than other areas and might be.
What happens
relying
then
on
is
aquifer
this dash
more.
line shows where
What we
the
can
water
see
table used to be. The top
is that
of the
over
saturated
time,
zone, or the
here's the
aquifer.
Ogallala aquifer,
And then
again,
once water
outlined
is
here,
pumped out of
and
the
much
well,
of that
course, this is applying
is
pressure
going
to the
down at a
system.
steady
It's
rate
a,
as far as
it's
how
a
much
pressure
water, how much groundwater
out,
is being stored
and
there.
what
The
what
water table
happens
is going
the
down by
aquifer-
about 2.5
aquifer
centimeters
gets
per year, which is
deflected
about an inch a
downward
year
in this area. So
Not
before
a lot,
this
but
well
it's such a
started
big
pumping, after they dug
regional
it, but
aquifer
before
that
this
is
well
really
started
impacting
pumping,
a lot of
if they
different
just
wells
left it
in that
alone, the
area,
water
and,
would have
can
risen
have a
in the
big
well to
impact
this
on
level
farms
here.
or industries
And if they
that
had
are
pumped it
using
very
groundwater
slowly, the
in
water
that
would have
area.
stayed at this level.
And we can
maybe
also
gone
see
down a
that's
bit,
not unique
but
to the
this
Ogallala
pump
aquifer.
was run more
There's plenty of other
intensively, a lot more
aquifers
pressure was
and,
put on this water,
and
and
groundwater
then
sources
the difference
throughout the
between
United
where
States
the
that are
water
also being
table,
depleted,
especially
in the South where there's
aquifer
been more
used to be,
growth of industry
and where it now
and more
appears
people
in the
moving,
well, is what we
and,
call the drawdown.
one of these areas
That's
that's especially
water
impacted
drawn down
is
in
the
well.
Central Valley
And we can
aquifer
see,
of
more importantly,
California.
that does not just
This
happen
is
right
sometimes called
at
the
this
Great
location
Valley,
of the well. The water table
and
doesn't come
includes
over
the
and then just
Sacramento
fall
and
down
San
the San
Joaquin
Joaquin
Valley
on the other side.
and
it affects the
not
area
only
right
is the,
around it as
groundwater
well.
being
And
pumped
because
out of
this
the
area,
ground,
this is an
has
area
a bit
that
of a conic
has a
shape,
lot of
looks
agriculture
like,
going on in it, especially
goes down
high-end
and comes back up.
fruits, vegetables.
We call
and
this
nuts.
brown
That
area
sort of
here
thing
the
is
cone
typically
of
grown in this
depression.
area here.
So that's we're increasing
But
the
they need
unsaturated
water to do
zone
all
where
that.
water
And
cannot
a
be
lot of
pumped
water
out,
has been pumped
and
out of the ground
we're
here.
lowering the
And
water
so much water
table
has been pumped out of the
or the
ground
aquifer
that
right
actually
where
the
this well
land
is
is
located.
subsiding here.
And this happens a
As
lot.
we can see,
This shows the
and we can
San
see in this
Joaquin
example
Valley
here before
highlighted
pumping
in orange
started
over here
to
and in
water
certain
these
areas of the
fields
central
here,
San Joaquin
the
Valley
water level
has
in
gone
this
down
well
by
is
about
here.
8
The water
meters,
level
about
in this well is
25
here, and there was a little
feet in
cone of
certain
depression
areas
here
there.
for the use of this
that we
water.
could outline
But
on the
after
map.
pumping starts,
And this once
to
again
irrigate
shows
these
the San
crops
Joaquin
here,
Valley.
there's
It's
a
very
person,
large,
and this has been going on for
drawdown
years. This
here.
person
See
here
where
is
the water
standing in
used to be about here.
in
Now the water's all the way
1977
down
here.
where the ground level
That
is
would be
here.
the drawdown.
In 1925,
But more
the ground
importantly,
level
once
used to
again,
be all the way
in
up
this,
here in
local
local
area
area
here,
here.
it creates
The ground itself
this
has been subsiding in this
shape
area
here in the water table,
not like
or
an
in the top of
earthquake.
the
It's more like a
aquifer,
balloon
which is
being
called a
deflated
cone
because
of
everything is
depression.
going down,
And in
at
this
about the
case
same
here, it's very
rate.
much
But
impacting
this
the
local
subsidence
landowners
can
here.
be a big
This well
issue
that used to
because
be a
it
water
can,
well,
it
it's
can
now a
cause
well because it can't
it can
pump
can
water
cause
out of the
local,
unsaturated zone,
movement of
and
the
the
earth,
same over here.
and
This
it can
well is
also
a dry well.
cause things like
And
changes in
drainage.
so these
a lot of other
the-
issues can
what
result
is
from
essentially
this,
happening here
land
is that the
subsidence.
pressure gradient
And that's
is being
all
changed
due to
by man.
groundwater
They're
being drawn
by humans
out of the
there,
ground,
taking water
and the
out
ground
of
is
this
no longer
having
area,
that volume of
sucking it out
material
of the ground
underneath
here,
it
was previously
pumping it
pulling
out of the ground,
and the ground
and that's
itself
causing
sinking
an
if we
actual
remove
change
enough groundwater.
in what the groundwater table and the aquifer looks like underneath the ground.